Hey y'all, welcome back. I sure do appreciate everybody hitting that old subscribe and bell and stuff, and everybody following and keeping up with the channel. I sure do appreciate that. And if you don't mind, if you ain't already, hit that old subscribe and that little ding bell or whatever, and I'll keep the tips coming and try to help out as many people as I can. But right now I'm going to go over, on this video, I'm going to go over your map card, your graph, your contour lines. This is going to be on a Humminbird Helix 12. This is a version 5, I believe it is. This is for the Southeast. I just got it on Kentucky Lake, and that really don't matter that much because this is just for information, just showing you, you know, how to use it and what it's used for and all the stuff it can do. But I think it'll help you a lot if you know, struggling with your graph and your charts and stuff and your contour lines and colors and stuff. This is just a rundown of how you use it all. And pretty much all of them are going to have the same, all you Lowrance, Garmin, all of them is going to have the same kind of features on your newer graphs. So, I mean, once you figure it out, you can go in and pretty much all of them. I got a Lowrance over here, too, that I can go over, and my Garmin up front, too, I'll go over at a different time. But right now, I just got my Humminbird fired up, so I'm going to use it right now. But I'm going to flip this thing around, and I'll show you what I'm working with here. Alright, here is what it looks like. Like I said, this is just the Lake Master map from Humminbird. This is the version 5. They make different versions, newer updates. They have, you know, they'll go out and they might map something better or something like that. So they'll update the map, of course. But here's what you got to look at. This is the main river channel right here. It's the Tennessee River coming down, and this is a bay. Alright, what the green water is going to represent is just the depth range that you think the fish are. Say you went out and you found some fish, or you've got a notion, you know, of where you're catching fish. You know where they're catching fish at. Well, you can put this depth range into your graph, and it'll turn green, and you can look all over the lake for that same depth range and try to duplicate that anywhere you go. You know, if you fish in one location, it may slow down, and you say, well, heck, let's just look for some more green water is what I call it. You just go in there and look for, you know, if you're fishing ledges, you look for the green spot on the ledge. Or if you're fishing, you know, flats, you look for a flat that's got the green on it. The green is going to indicate your water column that the fish are in that you want to be fishing in. That's what it's set for. The red up here, now that's your shallow water highlight. I don't know what my camera's doing, but shallow water highlight is the red. That shows mainly, you know, your shallower water. That's what it's for, you know. It'll show points and humps and stuff. You set it. You can set it how you want to. You can set it to where the red connects to the green, and it'll show a point a lot more clear. Or right here, I just got this set just for the time being at like 3 foot, just to keep you from running over shallow water or hitting something. That's just kind of why I got it put on there right now. But a lot of times, I'll run that red out to make it match up to my green, just so it'll be better detail showing, you know, where your green starts. Like that would be a point, and this red would meet to that if I wanted to, and that would just show the point a lot quicker, a lot faster. And then over here is just, it starts with your shades of blue. You're going to, the lighter shade of blue, the closer it's going to get to your green, or the shallower it is. The darker shade of blue, the deeper the water is. You can see it getting a little bit darker every stage it goes, and then as it goes, let me zoom out. And as it goes deeper and deeper, that's the little creek channel right there. You can see it. It goes into the river there. But the deeper the water, the darker the blue it's going to be. And that's all. I don't know what my dadgum camera's doing, but that's all it is. I mean, like I said, the green is the depth contours that you think the fish are in. The red is the shallow water. That's what you set that yourself. But that's really simple. And I'm going to show you real quick how to get this up and get it working and get it set for whatever, you know, whatever depths you want on your. And this is a Humminbird. This is a Humminbird Helix 12. All you do is you go right over here and you hit menu twice. And then you go up here. You got all these up here. Look for the little bird. It says Humminbird chart right there. All right. You go down here and make sure, you know, contour lines are visible, of course. And then depth colors, I just keep mine on 1. I really don't know what all that does, but I keep mine on 1. That shows everything I need to show. Alright, here's your depth highlight. Alright, mine's on 6 foot, and what that shows is that's the depth, you know, that I think, that's the depth range I think the fish are in. Not necessarily right now. This is just for this time, but this is just for showing sake, you know. But just say you got that on 6 foot. All right, you think they're in 6 foot of water or so, somewhere close. Well, that's your depth, and you can run this up as far as you want it. You know, 6, 5, 4. You can run it up to 800. You know, you can run it however deep you want it. But that's where you got it, 6 foot. All right, now down here is where you got your highlight range, and you can go up to 60. And this is plus and minus. So I've got mine on 1 foot on the highlight range. This is 6 foot plus 1 and minus 1. So you're actually going to see 5 to 7 foot. A depth range of 5, 6, 7 foot water is going to show up green, because that 1 represents your highlight range. You see that little plus and minus there? You're going to go 7 foot is 1 above, 5 foot's 1 below 6. So you got you a good depth range there, 5 to 7 foot. Kind of give you an idea. That'll give you a good water column. And if if the fish are in a bigger water column, you can go up, 2 foot. I'd put it at 8 and 4, So you'd be everywhere from 4 foot to 8 foot would be green. It would show up that green color. All right, now down here is your shallow water highlight. That's how the red. That's how if you want your red to meet your green, like if I got 6 foot, I know it's going to come out to 5 because I've got that highlight range on 1. So you could run this up to 5 foot, and the red would touch the green, and that would show you points and stuff a little bit clearer. And but way I've got mine set right now, I've just got it on 3 foot, just so I don't hit nothing shallow. I don't run over nothing shallow. You can just play with that, and you can't hurt these things. I mean, just play with it. I mean, you can't get nothing, mess it up. I mean, if you mess it up, go back to factory defaults and start over. I mean, it's not rocket science. If I can figure it out, crap, anybody can figure it out. But anyway, yeah, that's your shallow water highlight. That's the red. Going back over at your depth highlight, the 6 foot. That's going to be your green water, and you got your 1, so you're plus and minus a foot on the 6, so you're from 5 to 7 foot. It's going to be the green, and you can adjust that right there to at 1 foot. You can make it go up 2, 10, 20, whatever you want it to, have a good water column. All right, the last thing, and this is pretty important. This is your water level offset. On your lake, the map is going to match up to your lake. And the best way to do is just look at the lake level you're at right now. If it's 9 foot low, just go in there and push -9 foot. If it's 9 feet high, run this thing back the other way, run it to 9 feet high. And that's going to change all the depths on your contour lines to where you know what depth everything is. Everything will match up, and you ain't trying to do the arithmetic in your head and trying to count off on your fingers. I ain't smart enough for that. So this already does it for you. You can put your water level offset. If your lake or river or whatever is high, you put it in there high. If it's low, you put it in low. That way, you map your contour lines and your numbers on your depth will match up with the actual depth of the lake. But that's simple enough. That's all you do is just go to, like I said, just go to your menu button 2 times over here. It'll bring this map up, and you just use your little direction cursor, and you can go up and down and back and forth, and that's the way you find your green water, and it'll help you break down a lake a lot quicker. But I'm going to flip this thing over one more time and talk to you one more again real quick. All right, that's just a little quick rundown. I mean, it really ain't quick. I mean, that's all it was to it. I mean, it's nothing to it. It's not hard, I promise. If I can figure it out, I promise you, anybody can figure this thing out. Just mess with it, push buttons. I mean, you're going to see it. Like I said, the green is the water column that you want to fish in, the depth range you want to fish in. The red is your shallow water offset. That's where you got everything. If you got it on 3, everything 3 and shallower will be in red. And you can make that run out to however deep you want it to match up to your green if you want to where you can see your points and what have you, a lot quicker. But everything on that red shallow water offset, everything that you got it set on, if you got it set on 5, everything shallower than 5 foot is going to show up red on that, on your graph. But that's it. That's all it is to it. I mean, it's not hard. It ain't nothing special. If you got any other questions, on how to do something or you get mixed up, just holler at me on here. Hit the old comments down there, and I'll help you best I can. I mean, I ain't rocket science. I ain't the best in the world, but I mean, I ain't the worst either. I've put a lot of time in front of these old screens and kind of figured it out by trial and error. And it really wasn't nobody that really showed me a whole lot. I've had a few guys here recently show me some little tips and tricks, but when I first got this thing, man, I just learned by myself. I just got out on the water. I got out on Kentucky Lake, and I just done it myself. I I just started riding and looking and playing with it. And I mean, you can't mess it up. But that's all it is to it. That's your map card. That's your graph, your colors, and all that stuff. Anything that you need to know, it should be right there in there. I'll go over your different seasonal patterns and where they're at on the graph. But right now, this is just showing how to use your map card, your lake. This is the Lake Master, and the different colors and what they're used for and how to go through them step by step. And I sure hope this helps some folks. And like I said, you got some questions, holler at me down there in the comments. Y'all hit that old subscribe up there. I would appreciate it a show bunch. And that little bell, that'll tell you, you hit that little bell icon up there, and that'll tell you whenever I upload a brand new one. You know, if I generally try to put it on Facebook whenever I upload it, or on TikTok or something like that. But if you don't see when I've got a new one up there, hit that little bell on my channel after you subscribe to it, and that'll let you know whenever I update and put a new video out. But like I said, I should get out of here, fly that dog it. But y'all let me know if there's anything I can do or help you with, and y'all keep snatching on them too now. And we'll see y'all here in a couple days. See ya.